reduce actions need to be performed. Am I clear? So this is the example we seen in the last class. So that is about the previous class we discussion. Our discussion is about LR of 0 parser. Okay. So in this today's session, we'll discuss about the second variant about LR parser is about SLR. Okay. SLR is exactly equivalent to LR of 0 mark. Okay. Only one point is different. Okay, you can able to consider this entire class. I'm going to be revised the LR of 0 only. Okay. That is exactly same. The SLR is exactly same to that of LR of 0 parser. That means whatever the steps we done in the all previous classes, here also in SLR parser we need to do that. But what's the difference here is, here in the SLR parser, it's try to eliminate the conflicts. Okay. So the conflicts what we have shift reduce and reduce conflict. So here in the SLR parser itself, we need again the construction of a parsing table. Okay. So the parsing table of this LR of 0 and SLR is different. Okay, the structure is same. The structure is same, but the values or the fields what we are going to be placed in the table is different. Okay, that is the only thing here when you compare this SLR with LR of 0. Here also we need to perform all those steps what we discussed in the previous classes. Starts from considering a input string and taking a CFG. Start from the first step. Okay, we need to do all those 6 or 7 steps what we already seen in LR of 0. Okay. So with addition to all these 7 steps, here the most important thing you have to be remember is in SLR, you need to clear about how to perform follow function. Okay, as we discussed this follow function and first function computation in unit 2 itself. The same concept here we have to be used. Here in the SLR parser, for a given grammar G, you need to perform the follow function for the non-terminals. Okay, that what different thing we are going to be do in SLR when compared to LR of 0. That's the only thing. Why you are going to depends upon, again why you are depends upon follow function is, whenever in LR of 0, whenever you are facing the 2 conflicts like shift reduce or reduce, this SLR will depends upon the follow function in order to eliminate those conflicts. Am I clear? Anyhow, we will see where is the requirement of follow function. Okay, after computing the follow function, why this SLR is different from LR of 0. Those points we will discuss in further slides. Okay. But up to now, understand SLR in the sense it is a simple, just indicates simple LR parsing technique. Okay, what is the objective or what is the intention of doing this SLR parser is same. Again, it is a bottom-up approach. Okay, make sure that it is a bottom-up approach. The input it is considering is the user given input string. Okay. So just like our LR of 0, here also we need to start with the user given input, a combination of terminals. From that we are keep on performing the actions like shifting, reducing. Okay, there is a different actions already seen. We are keep on performing these actions until we get the start symbol, because the start symbol acts as a root node in the parsing tree itself, the parse tree itself. Okay, so make clear that SLR parser is also be the part of bottom-up approach. As we already discussed, as you already said that whatever we done in LR of 0, every step here also we need to be performed. That's why initially I completed LR of 0. Not only in SLR, in the CLR, LALR, all the different variants of LR, we need to perform those 7 steps. But here in the SLR, with those 7 steps, in addition of these 7 steps, we need to computate the follow function also. Follow function for the non-terminals. So that we will see, no problem. In the next slide, I will make you give some examples. So here, what you have to do first step, we have to consider CFG, and the input we have to consider the string, a sequence of terminals only. Okay, our objective is we have to verify whether the string is valid with respect to the grammar G. Step 1 is same. Step 2, of course, we need to eliminate ambiguity. For a given grammar G, as we already discussed in the previous class, ambiguity is also one of the responsible for getting the conflicts. Am I clear? So we have to observe, is there any ambiguity existed in the given grammar? If it is there, you have to follow some methodologies in order to eliminate the ambiguity, or you make your grammar into unambiguous grammar. 2 steps. Third one, just I am revising the points, but that's it. Just I revise the steps, what we do in the LR of 0. Those 7 steps or 6 steps is exactly we are following here also, with addition to the computation of follow function. That's it. Just I am revising that. So what is the third one? We are going to create a new production rule, and we are making our grammar into a augmented grammar. Nothing but we are going to add a augmented production. Can anyone say what is the importance or what is the use of these augmented production? Anyone? Why are you adding a new production rule as augmented production? Anyone? Aranraj? Anyone can say no? Anyone? Is my voice is audible? Anyone can say why you are using this augmented grammar or augmented production rule in the grammar?
For string acceptance.
For string acceptance, okay. Any other answers? Okay, string accepted in the sense, this augmented production will convey the information to the parser where to stop our process of parsing. Am I clear? So that is the importance of the augmented production where we have to consider, which consists of 2 parts, as you see in the previous. S dash tends to S. Let us consider this is augmented production. The RHS should contain the start symbol of our original grammar G. Am I clear? Where S dash is the new non-terminal. New non-terminal S dash is being created. So this is the production which is called as a augmented production. Just I am revising that. And next we will go for the creation of LR of 0 items. Creation of LR of 0 items in the sense, we have to make use the dot operator. We have to make use the dot operator at RHS of the production rule. This particular initial item set may derive some more item sets. All these combination of item sets, we are calling it as a state. Okay, one state and a terminal, it may move to the another state. Am I clear? One state and a non-terminal, it may move to some other state. Am I clear? So the 4th step here we need to create is LR of 0 items. All the items, all the production rules which are relevant or which are related to each other are grouped as a name of state. That we have to be do. Generally, this step 4 we are calling it as a derivation part. Derivation, because initially you have to create I0 state, the basic state. Okay, we need to perform the go to operation. How you remember or not? Closure function and go to function. We need to depend on these 2 only. In order to create n number of states for your grammar G. At last, what you have to do? Whatever we done in the derivation part, nothing but whatever we created as the states in LR of 0, there we have to be related into a diagrammatical representation called as a DF. Up to here, drawing of DF up to here, everything is exactly same. Everything in SLR is exactly similar to that of LR of 0. But here, the last step, at the time you are going to create and construct the SLR parsing table, we depends on the follow function in order to avoid the conflicts. Okay, why are, if anyone asks, or if you get the 2 marks question, why, what is the necessity of constructing a follow function in SLR means? Simple answer. In order to avoid the conflicts, it may be shift reduce or reduce, we are going to depend on the follow function. Here again, here itself I will explain. If you observe, why you are getting conflict? For example, there is a state called as reduced state, reduced by some production number. Let us take R. this particular R3 we have to be written in every column of the terminal. Am I clear? Am I clear? So that leads to some conflicts. That's why here we depends upon the follow function. What is follow function? Follow function, it will give us some set of terminals. So whatever the terminals, the follow function is being given at the respective columns only, we need to write our R3 or R2 or R1, not in each and every column. In that way, there may be chance of avoiding the conflicts. Anyhow, I will explain at the time we will get that part. No problem. As a reduced state, it needs to identify reduced by which production rule. Am I clear? Let us take R3. Then what we are going to do in the table, in the LR of 0 parsing table, at a particular row states row, each and every column we written R3, 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 R3. Am I clear? If you written like that, they may have chance of getting either shift reduce conflict or reduce conflict. So here this SLR parser will restrict you to don't write this R3 everywhere in the column of the terminals. Whatever the follow function is saying, what the follow function we have? The follow function have some terminals. So whatever the terminals we are getting in the follow function, in that respective columns only, we need to write our reduce action like R3, R2, and R2. By doing this, there may be a chance of avoiding the conflicts. Am I clear? Remember this point. Depends upon the follow function in SLR parsing, we may not completely avoid the conflicts. But it is one of the method that given as SLR parser. Maybe whatever the conflicts we are getting in LR of 0 parser may be avoided by SLR parser by introducing these follow function. That's it. But make sure that this SLR parser may also get some conflicts. Those conflicts only. Maybe for a given grammar G, maybe you may get conflicts also. Even your depends upon the follow function. Am I clear? That you have to be remembered. Anyhow, we will explain in the previous next slides also. So these are the steps we need to be do. The only difference, the way we are constructing, the way we are filling the SLR parsing table. SLR parsing table is slightly different from the LR of 0. That's it. Am I clear? So let's take some examples. How we are going to fill the parsing table. Okay, directly I will go to the example so that you will get the clarity and you can able to compare on your own. What is the difference between LR of 0 and SLR? Okay, up to now the only difference is here in SLR we depends upon the follow function. Right? That's when the previous class I said that. Okay, these unit 2 and unit 3 they are continuous because these entire concepts of unit 2 and unit 3 they are under the syntax analyzer phase 2 of the compilation process. Am I clear? So let's go for it. Yeah, straightly I'm going for algorithm now. How to construct the SLR parsing table algorithm. Directly I will go the algorithm. Why? Because most 90% of this algorithm is entirely same as that of LR of 0. So directly I can go for the algorithm. No problem. Each and every point I will explain. Please remember carefully what they are written here. Okay, if you understand those points, you can able to write on your own. No need to by heart. So let us consider. What is the input they given for a grammar G? The first thing, as we already said, that we need to create a augmented grammar G dash. Nothing but we added one more function called as augmented function. So that is our input. And what is our output? What is our output? Table. SLR parser table. So the table structure is exactly similar as that of LR of 0. What is the structure? Rows contain the state numbers. Columns is been divided into two parts. Those are action part and go to part. Am I clear? Under the action part, what we have? Under the action part, whatever the terminals we have in the grammar, those are being there under the action part of the call. And what we have in the go to part, what are the non-terminals? Sometimes they are called as variables also. Non-terminals are variables, both are same. So whatever the non-terminals we have the grammar G, those are being given in the go to part. So that is about input and output for this algorithm. Okay. So now we are going on to the process. The first method, first step in the method. What is that? Till now we created some states like I0, I1, I2. In our previous example, up to I6, we created the states. What is these states? Those states are nothing but the collection of production rules which are relevant. So that's what they are referring. The collection of sets of LR of 0 items for the given grammar G dash. This is the same point what we done in the LR of 0 also. So go for the second. What they given in the second? The second point which states what's the actual process we are doing. Am I clear? So let us consider state I is being constructed from II. Nothing but you can consider this II is the state number. Okay, then you are going to do what are the actions you can able to do, ma? Either you can able to perform shift, either you can able to perform reduce or accept. These are the three you can able to write in the algorithm. So those three, first one A is nothing but our shift action, B is nothing but reduce action, and C you can able to consider it as a accepted. In which situations you are going to perform shifting, in which situations you are going to perform the action of reduce, and where you can able to declare as accept. Okay. So those three is being given as A, B, C here. So directly I am reading that. If A tends to alpha dot A beta is in II. What is this II? Is a particular state like I0, I1, I2, like that. Okay. So we are getting one production rule from I1 like this, and we are going to perform go to on II with respect to A. Let us consider A is a terminal. A is a terminal. So what I have to assume, like I am writing here, go to of, let us take a function, a state name like I1 on a particular terminal like plus. On a particular terminal plus. So I have to do this. So what I have to get? I have to get a production rule. I have to get a production rule from this I1, where the production rule contain plus after the dot. Am I clear? I am going to get that particular production and perform go to. What is the meaning of performing go to? Simply the dot operator is being moved to its next position. Am I clear? Maybe after movement of the dot, after non-terminal, maybe the dot is reached to the end, maybe different states we may get. So understand what they given in A. I am taking a particular production rule from the state II, like I0, I1, I2. I am going to perform go to function. Okay, what it is? From a state I on a terminal. Small a is nothing but a terminal. So what it has to give? It may goes to the another state. So at that time, what is the action I have to be recorded? What is the action I have to be recorded by? I have to record it as a shift. Hope you understand A point. If you want some example, I can go back. Okay, I will go back. Please wait. Yeah, let's take this one. Let's take this example. Okay. In this example, let us consider this is the terminal. This is the terminal. So what I have to do here? Go to on I0 with respect to the open brace. So open brace is being considered as a terminal. So what I have to do now? What I have to do? I will get a production rule. I have to get this particular production rule. Why? Because after that, here I have my open brace. So for this production, I am going to apply the go. Means what I have to do? What I have to write? S tends to open brace dot capital S close brace. So this is the thing I have to be written. Am I clear? If you observe, after dot, again there is a non-terminal. So whatever the production rule the S is deriving, those are to be added. S tends to, within the braces capital S, here dot is being added. Again S tends to ID, this particular production, and the dot is being added. So this is my new state. Okay, I written like this. This is my new state, is be given with the name of I3. So what I done here? What is the action I done here? I done the action of shift. As you already seen example, we have to write in the arrow itself so that it is helpful for you at the time of creating the table. So what I have to do here? Shift action has been performed. That's what they given in here. In our algorithm, that's what they given as me. Shift. Then go for reduce. Reduce. What you are going to be do in reduce? Reduce in the sense, we take any one production rule where the dot is moved at the end of the dot. There is no movement of dot. Those states we are considering as a reduced states. Okay. Reduced states. For the reduced states, what we have to do? What I have to do? Again, go back to the example. Go back to the same example. Let us take here this one. Yeah, this one. I am considering this is a reduced state because there is no state generated from I1, or else you can able to feel like that. This dot is reached to end. There is no further movement of dot. So I am considering this particular I1 state as reduced. Okay, reduced by. Okay, if you are giving the numbering for the production rules, I can consider this particular state is reduced by R2. Am I clear? Am I clear? That's what we done in the previous class. So what I have to do this R2? This particular R2 is to be written. Is to be written at where? At I1 row on each and every column under the action part. And each and every column of the action part with a row of I1. That's what we did in the LR of 0. But here in SLR, what you are going to do is, we will not fill in each and every terminals column. Okay, what you have to do is, whatever the production rule we have in the reduced state, for that production on the LHS, whatever the non-terminal we have. In this example, S is the number. For that S, perform the follow function. We have to compute follow of capital S. So whatever this follow of capital S will give in, it will give, obviously it will give a set of terminals. So whatever the terminals it is given in that column only, we have to write R2. That is the only difference, man. That is the only difference between LR of 0 and SLR. Again, I am repeating. What we are doing in LR of 0. In LR of 0, if any particular state like this I1, if you consider it as a reduced state, what you are going to do? We need to identify by which production it is reduced. Yes, it is with respect to second production. So I have to consider it as R2. This R2 where I have to be right? At I1 row and each and every column. If you have 100 terminals, in each and every terminals column, we have to write R2, R2, R2. Even in the dollar also. Even at the column of dollar also, we have to write R2 in LR of 0. But here in SLR, if you have this situation where a state is considered as a reduced state and a production which is reducing like R2, at that time what you have to do is that particular production S tends to ID. The LHS, capital S, is the non-terminal. For that non-terminal, find out the follow function. Okay, whatever the follow function will give a set of terminals in those columns only, we have to write R2. Okay, by writing like this, it may avoid the conflict. That is the point here in the SLR. There is the only difference between LR of 0 and SLR. Am I clear? So go back to the algorithm. What is the point B says? Yeah, it is B. Here, see, if this is our production, please clearly observe the production. A derives alpha dot. Means this particular production, the dot movement, the dot operator doesn't have any movement. Am I clear? So if any state contain these type of productions, we are considering that states as a reduced states. Am I clear? So what is the action I have to perform? Reduce action. Am I clear? So what I have to fill in the table? Read this. Read this. Then set action I comma A to reduce this particular production rule only. But where I have to write? We have to write this particular production like R2 if this is the second production rule and considering this as a R2. So where I have to write this R2? This R2 has to be written in each and every terminal. Okay, whatever the follow function is given. That's why they are written. Reduce A tends to alpha for all small a in follow of capital A. Okay. So what is this capital A? This capital A is nothing but the LHS, the non-terminal what we have at LHS of the production. For that non-terminal, computate follow function. Whatever 3 or 4 terminals it will give, the follow function will give 3 or more terminals. In that respective columns only, we have to write R2. Okay, that is the only new point in SLR. This is the important and new point when compared to LR of 0. Remaining everything is same. Okay, hope everyone understand the second point. B. May anyone have any doubts at this second point B? What you have to do? What is the different thing we are going to do in SLR other than LR of 0? You have to remember this. If you understand this point, I may not go for some examples. You can take the previous example. Okay, follow this point B and directly in your table you should not get confused. May anyone have any doubts on B bit in this algorithm? Please unmute, and if you have any doubt, ask me itself, no problem. Because I may feel that you are following my class. Anyone have any doubts? Bhavya, is it clear, ma'am? Avinash, Bhargavi, anyone? Okay. Okay, then go for C. What is this C bit saying? C bit will indicate, C point will indicate accept state. Accept state, how you consider accept state? Any particular state will not produce any new state, of course, and within that state there should be our augmented production, nothing but like this. Our augmented production, nothing but where we contain the start symbol capital S. Obviously, that state we are considering as a accepted state. Am I clear? I mean, if you consider II is the state number, then what I have to do? At the row II and at the dollar column, simply I have to write accept. Same thing what we done in the LR also. Am I clear? So this second point, this A, B, C, all this A, B, C are nothing but go to operation with respect to terminal. With respect to terminal. So if you consider a non-terminal means the same thing. You are going to write like this. Go to and any particular like first state I2 with respect to capital E. With respect to capital E. So what you have to do? Of course, the dot operation is being moved to next position. So that what we have to get here? Again a state number. Let us take I3. Okay, from I2 via capital A non-terminal, we reached on I2. Okay. But how you represent this in table? How you represent in the table? I2 row, column is capital A. At that position, what I have to write? What I have to write now? I have to write only the state number. As we reach the I3 state, there I have to write only the state number 3 in the particular row column position of the table. And that's what the point they given in step 3. Step 3 is that point. See, the go-to transaction for a state I is constructed on non-terminals. For all non-terminals capital E. Alright, so what I have to write here? Go to from one state via on a non-terminal, I reach it to some other state. Am I clear? But at the time of filling the table, simply I have to mention only the state number. Am I clear? Like this J. J is the new state number where we jumped from I via capital A J is our new state remedy. So that what we are going to be filled in the table. Simple, similar to LR of 0. Is there any new point? No. Only this B is the new point. This B, under the second step, this B is the new point. Everything is same. Am I clear? So we completed the go-to operation on a particular state with respect to the terminals, with respect to the non-terminals. Yes, we completed. We completed. Then maybe some of the slots in the table are still empty. Still empty. Okay, then what you have to be assumed? Those empty states we are assumed as a error. Error means let us take from I0 to a symbol small a. If it is empty means there is no production rule where this I0 state can able to derive small a. That is the meaning of error. That's why you have to make some slots in the table as empty. Am I clear? Am I clear? So that is the fourth. And the last, the initial state of the parser is the one constructed from set of item set containing the augmented grammar. So this process, step 2, step 3, okay, and even step 4 also, is being repeated for each and every state until we may not get the new states. In the previous class, we start from I0. This particular I0 on a two non-terminals of S and A derives two states. And a two terminals like A and B, let us assume, and a small a and small b again generates two new states. Means this I0 created the four states. Again I1 may be created, I2 may be created new state, I3. Like that we have to repeat this. We have to repeat our algorithm till our objective is being achieved. We are doing all this. We are constructing a table in order to validate the given input string is accepted with respect to the grammar G or not. For that only we are going to do all this. Is there any new thing is there? Yes, only the B, the step B, what they written under the step 2 here is the only thing. Am I clear? Means we need to construct the follow function in SLR. Whatever the follow function is given, a set of terminals, in that position only our reduced action need to be performed. That is the meaning in SLR. Any doubts in this algorithm? Anyone? Anyone have any doubts in SLR algorithm? So that's why without giving any examples, straight away I moved on to the algorithm. Because I hope everyone I have a clear idea on LR of 0. That's why directly I moved on to the SLR algorithm. Because out of these 5 points, only step 2, under that step 2 small a bit, b bit is different. Am I clear now? Anyone have any doubts? Okay. Then we'll go for constructing a table. Okay. In order to explain what the new point here in SLR, anyhow, I will give some diagrammatical representation what we already follow in LR of 0. Okay. So let's take a look here now. So let us consider if there is a state II. Okay, and we are going to jump to another state. Let us take ij on a terminal. On a terminal. So obviously, what is the action you are going to be do? Obviously, it may be like shift action. Maybe like shift action. Okay. So how we are going to perform shift action and how we are going to fill the table. Okay. For that purpose, I will give in this example. As you already know that. As you already know this, but diagrammatically I need to revise the points. That's why I given this. So see here, I have II is a state, and this is a production rule I have in the II state. Okay. On a terminal small a, I need to perform an action. Means this particular dot is being moved after the small a, like this. Like this means this is the item set which be included in a new state called as ij. Am I clear now? So how I can able to represent that in table? In table is I have to create ii row and ij row. Okay, and I have to create a column under small a terminal, and I have to include all. Similarly, under the go to, I have to write a non-terminal capital A. So what I have to write here? Sj. What is the meaning of Sj? Sj, like S3, S2, S4. What is the meaning of Sj? I need to, yes, I perform shift action. From where to where? Shift action is performed on a state of II. State via a terminal A. That's why I reach it to a state number as J. That's what we seen in the LRFC. Just revision, just for revision, I given this. In some website, I get these figures. It may be helpful for our discussion. That's why I copied it. That's it. So that is the first thing. Why you are writing like Sj, S3, S2, S4? Again, I am revising the point. What is the meaning of that Sj? S indicates the shift action we perform. That's why you reach a state. This J indicates that. Am I clear? Am I clear? So this is the action we perform on terminal. On terminal. If the same thing if you perform on a non-terminal, what you are going to be considered? What are going to be considered? The same state number only we have to write under the go-to part of the table. Am I clear? For that, this is the figure and point I include. Same thing. If I is the state and it has some production rule, okay, and you are going to perform go-to action with respect to the non-terminal. What I have to do? Simply dot operator is being moved. Okay, after capital A, I have to include dot. So this is the item set I get. So I am assuming this state, this item set state is being considered with the name of ij. So, but how we are going to represent this information on the table? As you perform the action onto the non-terminal, we have to go for the go-to part of the table. Under the capital A only, we have to represent the state number only. What is the new state we reach? Ij. Ij. No need to write Ij here. Simply write J. You already know what is the reason also. What is the reason? It avoids the confusion at the time of parsing of input. So these 2 points are there. Whenever you perform some shift action on a terminal, we have to write like S3, S4, S4. Okay. Whenever you perform a go-to action, okay, on a non-terminal, okay, of course we reached a new state, but the state number only being represented under the group. Clear? These 2 points simply I get from LR of 0. Nothing new in LR of 0. So these, I hope everyone understand these two. On a terminal, if you have to shift, what you have to write. On a non-terminal, if you perform go to, what you have to write on the table. That's it. Am I clear now? Yeah. Now come to our new point. Our new point is this one. Okay. For example, if in your state, let us take the same name, II. II is the state. In that particular state, if you have a production rule like this, what is the particular production? The dot is reached to end. There is no further movement of dot operation. So of course we have considered this II is the reduced state. Okay. So at that time, obviously you are writing like reduced by some production number. If you consider this is the second production in our grammar, so you are considering this RT. So the question is where we are going to write this RT. That is the only thing you have to learn, that's it. Where you have to write this RT. In order to decide that, we need to create follow function for the non-terminal. What we have at LHS of the production rule. Which production rule? Which production rule? The production rule what we have in the reduced state. For that, go for the LHS. Whatever the non-terminal we have at LHS, for that non-terminal, compute the follow function. In this example, in this grammar G, okay, follow of capital E. How to construct follow of capital E? How to construct? Wherever our capital A is there in the RHS of the production of every production, let us consider this is the production rule where at RHS we have our capital A. So what is meant by follow function? Whatever the terminals which are followed by capital A, those are written Those are written here as a set. This example is simple. I will show you some more examples, no problem. Okay, so follow of capital A will give a terminal. Of course, the follow function will give a terminal. So what is the terminal that is given? A. Only A. Am I clear? So I need to go for writing this R2 at only this B, not here, not B, not dollar. Of course, we will not write in GoTo. We are not going to be right here in SLR at B column and dollar column. Only we have to write it I row and column is small a. At that location only we have to write R2. That is the only thing we have to do in SLR. Okay, except this remaining is entirely LRR0. Okay. So that's what I given here. If you have any production rule or a item like this in your state where there is no transaction to the next state, you obviously are considering this as a reduced production. Am I clear? So for that reduced production, whatever the non-terminal we have on LHS, perform the follow function. Whatever the follow function set of terminals it is given in that respective columns only, we have to write the R2, reduce production rule number 2. Am I clear? Hope everyone understand. Any doubts here? Anyone? Okay. So here, just for your reference, I included the steps or rules for constructing follow function and first function. Just I will take only 1 or 2 minutes. Okay. Then we will go for our actual example. Okay. What is follow function? Okay. Follow function is being constructed for all the non-terminals. How we are going to construct follow function? First, the most important thing is identify the appropriate production rules. In order to compute follow of PA means whatever the production rule on RHS contain our capital A, those are all appropriate. Those are all appropriate for computing follow of capital A. Not only capital A, for any non-terminal, first thing you need to do is identify the appropriate production rules. Okay, that is the first thing. Then go for these rules. These rules. Simply I am explaining the rules, revising the rules as we discussed in the unit 2. So what is the first rule? If you are going to compute follow function for the start symbol, definitely you need to include dollar. In addition to the dollar, you may write some terminals according to the grammar, but the dollar should be there. Am I clear? And second rule, what is the second rule? If this is your production rule and you are going to compute follow of B, what do you mean by follow of B? After B, there is a terminal I need to identify. That is the meaning. But in this case, after B, nothing. There is nothing. At that time, what you have to do? The follow of B will depends upon follow of A. Just I am revising now. Maybe as you are in unit 3, maybe you have many subjects, you may forget follow function. That's why I am revising the rules what we discussed in the unit 2. Right? So that is the case. After B, there is nothing. So follow of B is purely depends upon the LHS. Follow of capital. Means there is something after B. You don't know. There may be a combination of terminals. There may be a combination of non-terminals. Anything. If B is a terminal, if capital beta is a terminal, follow of B is simply beta. Am I clear? Am I clear? For example, A tends to alpha, B, and plus is there now. In the place of beta, if you have plus, then follow of B means this plus. That is an odd case. That is an odd case I am discussing. In the place of beta, it may be a combination of like this, a combination of non-terminals. At that time, how I am going to compute follow of B? That is the third point is saying. What I have to do? What I have to do? I have to compute first function for this. If first function of ZA doesn't contain epsilon, then follow of B is equivalent to first of this Z. That's what I written here. epsilon plays a crucial role. Okay, initially what you have to do, computate first of beta. Okay, if first of beta doesn't have epsilon, then obviously you can able to write follow of B is equivalent to first of beta. Okay. For example, first of beta contain epsilon, like this. First of beta contain epsilon. Then what you have to do? Other than epsilon, what we have in first of beta, with addition to that, the follow of B is also depends on follow of A. Okay. So what you have to do? Follow of B is equivalent to first of beta other than epsilon union follow of capital. Okay. You have to remember these things. Okay. Because the follow function now we are using in SLR. Am I clear, man? So please remember the rules what we have in the follow function. Of course, in the first function also. Because here in the third step of follow function, you need to computate first function for something. Am I clear? If there is epsilon, we act something. If there is no epsilon, we are doing something. Am I clear? So follow function is also require first function. So in SLR, we have to require first function as well as the follow function. Am I clear? So that is the thing here. Strictly, I will go for taking an example for constructing the SLR parsing table. Okay. Most points are similar. So if you please follow me carefully so that you get more clarity. Simple what we done in LR. That's it. Okay. So initially, if you consider this is your grammar G, okay, what you have to do, we are going to be add a production called as augmented, and we are getting this is our augmented grammar. Okay. For that grammar, now we are going to create I0, N1, I2, I3, so many strings. Nothing but creation of item sets. Am I clear now? So first I0, how are I going to create I0? Based on the augmented production. Take the augmented production, add a dot. After dot, there is a non-terminal. So whatever the production rules which are derivable by capital E need to be added. So what are that? This one. So these three should be added on I0 state with dot. So this is my I0. This is my I0 I get. Okay, now what I have to do? I need to perform go-to function on I0 with respect to terminal capital E, sorry, non-terminal capital E, non-terminal T, and terminal ID. Am I clear? So this particular I0 may give new states of 3. Those may be our I1, I2, and I3. Am I clear? So that's what I done in the next slide. Okay. So what I have to do? Go to function on I0 with respect to a non-terminal E. Means which production I have to be considered. I have to consider this particular production because this is the only production where after dot our non-terminal capital. Okay. So for this go to is nothing but dot is being shifted. Dot is being moved. Sorry, not shifted. Dot is being moved to the next position. So this is the thing I get. After that there is nothing. So that I can't able to add a new productions. So this is the only item set under the state name of I1. Simple. Whatever we done in the previous. Just I will revise it. Am I clear? So what we done completely now? We completed go to on I0 with respect to capital. Similarly on I0 with respect to capital T I am going to do. This may give a new state. So here I write it. Go to of I0 comma T. Okay. Again, I have to consider two production rules now. This is important. We have to consider both. Why? Because after that here we have a capital T. Here also we have the capital T. Am I clear? So at the time of computing go to function on I0 with respect to capital T, we need to consider these two and perform both. Okay, for the first production, let us take this is the first production. Okay, shift the operator dot. So this is the thing we are getting. After that, there is a terminal, so no need to add any production. So directly I get this to the state I2. Clear? Second one, this one. Here also after that I have T. So for this also I need to perform goto function. So if you perform goto, this is the thing we get it. After that there is nothing. So directly I can be able to add this to I2. Right. So these are the two item sets or production rules under the new state of I2. Am I clear? So I get I2. Similarly, what I have to do? I need to perform goto on I0 with respect to a terminal ID. Means taking this particular production and perform goto function. Am I clear? Am I clear? It will generate a new state. I am considering that as a I3. So I3 is this one. So that particular production is considered. That operator is moved. Am I clear? So I get this one. Am I clear? So I completed I0 because I0 is generated I1, I2, and I3. Now I go for the next state. What is the next state? I1. I am going to perform goto action, goto function on I1. I can't able to perform because the dot is reached to end. Am I clear? So I am assuming this I1 as accepted. As accepted. So likewise, we are keep on doing of creating a lot of zero items and identifying that as a states. So finally, I am not completely explaining the example because I hope everyone understand this one in LR of 0, because in the previous classes we seen a couple of examples, maybe 2 or 3. So I am not completing the example. Directly I will go to the diagram, the DFT diagram. Are you clear? So whatever we done there, simply representing in a diagrammatical way. Okay, but here, as you already know that here, write it the action what we perform. Write the action on the terminal. Simply write it as a shift. Okay, on the terminals only. Am I clear? But on the non-terminals, sorry, on the non-terminals, what we have to write? Go to. So here you have to write go to. Here you have to write go to. And wherever we have the non-terminals on the arrows, simply write as a go to. Here, this one is also, this one I5, this one I5 is also be a reduce. But here, if you consider I2, one of the state is performing, one of the production rule is performing shift action, but here this particular production it is performing reduce action. Okay, but up to here we have in LR of 0 also. Here we are considering this I2 as a conflict because it is shifting. Here this particular production acting reducing. Am I clear? Now we are going to see how this shift reduce conflict in SLR is avoided. Am I clear? That I will explain in the table. Construction of SLR of 0, sorry, SLR1 parsing table. Okay, what I have to consider? The DFA diagram, okay, and the table. Okay, the table contain, of course, we know that whatever the states they will be given in a rows, and under the action, whatever the terminals we have simply loaded, and under the go to, whatever the non-terminals we have simply loaded. Okay. Now see how I am going to fill it. Simple, everything is same. The only point difference is how to, where we are going to write this R3. That's it. Am I clear? So my focus is on I2, I3, and I5 only, because these three are considering as a reduce, because they have a production rule like this. The dot operator can't able to move further. Am I clear? So I am going to explain first these three. Am I clear? So if you consider I2, it have a production rule. What is that? E tends to T plus, so T dot. This is the production rule. Am I clear? So I2 state is reduced. Reduced by which production rule? This particular production. What is the number of this particular production rule in the grammar G? E tends to T. If you consider this is the first one, Okay, if you consider this is the first one, second one, okay, third one. Don't consider augmented production as a number. Okay, so this particular production is rule number 2. So here I2 is reduced by R2. Am I clear? The question is where we are going to write this R2. That is the only simple thing you have to be learned. Okay, so for that what I have to do? I have to consider this follow of capital E. Follow of capital E. So what is follow of capital E? How you are going to computate follow of capital E? Go for the grammar. Go for the grammar. So here there is a E. Only this particular production contain capital E on the RHS. And if you again consider capital E is our start symbol. So what is follow of E definitely contain? Dollar. Dollar should definitely contain. Other than dollar, you may get some terminals. Okay. But in our example, this is the only production rule where at RHS we contain our capital E. Okay, here. After capital E, nothing is following. Nothing is following. At the time, what you have to do? Follow of capital E is depends upon the LHS. LHS is itself is capital E. So follow of capital E is only dollar. So this particular R2 is need to be right at a row of I2 row and a column of dollar. Here only we have to be right. No need to write here plus at the plus column. No need to write here. No need to write here. Only at here. That is the difference between SLR and LR of 0. If you are doing same thing in LR of 0 means here also you need to write R2. Here also you need to write R2. That's why you are getting it here. The shift reduce conflict is getting here. Am I clear? In order to avoid that, what we depend? What you have to do is simply construct follow of the non-terminal. What we have at LHS of the production rule. Which production rule? The production which acts as a reducer. Not all production rules. Am I clear? So that's why this particular R2 need to be right only at here. Am I clear now? Similarly, go for some more reduced states we have. So I3 is also be a reduced state. Reduced by what? T tends to ID. T tends to ID. Of course, it is a rule number 3. So it is reduced by R3. Okay. Where I have to write this R3? For that, computate follow of capital T. Okay. So follow of capital T. What is follow of capital T? Here we have capital T. Okay. Here we have capital T. I will change the color now. 1 second. Here I have capital T. In this particular production. Here I have capital T. Okay. In this particular production, where E tends to T plus E, follow of T means plus. Okay. The terminal plus is followed by non-terminal T. So here I have to write plus, comma. Okay. With addition to that, what I have, one more production is there. What is that? E tends to T is the production rule. I am going to computate follow of T. After T, nothing is there. So according to our rule 2, follow of T is equivalent to follow of E. So whatever we have at the set of follow of E, simply outright. So this dollar also be written here. Completed. So follow of T is being completed. So at plus and dollar, I need to write this R3. At where? At row I3. At row I3, and column is this plus and this dollar. In these two slots only, I need to write R3. Other than these two, I don't write. Right? So by writing like this SLR will avoid the conflicts. Similarly, what is the one more production rule? This one, I5. Because it have a production rule which is reduced. Am I clear? This is the production rule we have. Am I clear? So reduced by R1. Reduced by R1. Am I clear? So reduced by R1. So how I going to write this R1? I need to computate follow of capital E. Follow of capital E is already computed now, dollar. So at row I5 and column dollar, I need to write R. That is the only thing you need to take care at the time you are filling SM. Remaining everything is same. remaining how you are going to write this S3, S4, and S2 like that, and how you are going to mention these numbers. I hope you need not to repeat this. How I get all this. If you want, I will explain one thing. One terminal and one non-terminal. So if you go for I0, on a terminal ID, what is the state we are reaching? I3. Okay. So what is the action I have to write here? Shift. So I need to write S3 at where? I0 row and column is ID. There I have to write S3. Am I clear? That's how we will get here S3, here S4, here S3, like that. Hope you are aware of this. Similarly, on a non-terminal. See, on I0, on capital E, we reach it to I1. So in the table at row I0 and column is E, I need to write only the state number. Again and again I am repeating. There don't write I1. Simply write the state number 1. That's it. Am I clear? So this is the way we are going to construct the LRR parsing table. The only difference, where we have to write our reduced states, reduced reproduction, like R3 and R2, R1. This will give by follow function. Am I clear? The remaining is entirely same. Remaining, the parsing of given input is also be entirely same. No problem. We will see the parsing of a given input string in SLR in the next class. Okay. So that is about SLR. That's it. Okay. In the next class, I will explain how to parse the given input string using SLR parsing table. Then we will go for new concept. Next parsing technique like CLR or LALR. Okay. So that is up to today's class. Anyone have any doubts, ma'am? Anyone have any doubts? Is everything clear? So please practice, as you already keep on repeating this point. Please practice in your free times so that the concepts will be clear for you. Okay, unit 2, unit 3 continuation. Don't miss any unit. Okay, so that is for this today's session. Hope you may not have any doubts. If you have, you can unmute and say. Otherwise, we will meet in the next session. So thank you everyone for your patience and everything. So we'll continue in the next class. Thank you everyone. Yeah, thank you.